Hello my dear students, welcome to the channel once again after the quick break we've had in between series, and welcome to a new series for Total War Warhammer 3. This is a game I've been meaning to do since its release really, but my opinion of the game is I think that of the majority of players right now, and that is that the Chaos Realms is absolute bollocks. Just going to get that out there straight away. But now that the modders have been let loose on the game, we now have the ability to toggle off the main narrative of the game, and that is exactly what we are going to be doing with this Let's Play. I want to get that out there straight away, so for anyone looking for that narrative campaign, please move away. This is not going to be for you. This will be more of a sandbox style. We're going to be going for more of a domination style play rather than going for campaign objectives as the game was released and intended for. So having said that, let's move on. Thank you very much for joining us, but who am I to give you a Total War Let's Play? Well, to start off with, I'm going to do the usual blurb. I am actually a seasoned Total War player, however not to the highest of standards. I have been playing I have played all Total Wars other than Rome 1 and Medieval 1, and actually Thrones of Britannia, because that just didn't really do it for me. Unfortunately, that didn't really look like it was decent at all. So I have played, that does include the base, the first Shogun game, Shogun 2, you know, Rome 2 and such, Empire and all that malarkey. So we've been playing all of them, but not to the highest of standards, like I've been saying. I don't really touch online as such, simply because I just like to enjoy the game at my own pace, and that is what I like to, or like to think I can bring to with this particular series, and that is Total War at a somewhat different pace, a somewhat different, more casual playthrough, I think, rather than min-maxing and such. Therefore, we won't be playing on Legendary, we'll be playing on hard difficulty. I do understand there's a lot of you Total War viewers. I do like to look for the harder difficulty settings, because I know you're all proper gamers and such. But other than that, we're going to go straight in. We're going to look at who we are going to be playing, and I think today we're going to be playing as the Demons of Slaanesh, something I've been practicing with quite a bit, playing in my own time. I'm quite used to these people, and they do very much suit my game style, and that is mad rushing, brainless rushing. So we can see in these settings, we are going to turn off the campaign narrative. Like I said, going to get the usual stuff over here. Yeah, minimal vice frequency, thank you very much. It just gets on my nerves. On the map, you can see we start in the top corner over here. We're going to make our way very nicely down south and everywhere else. We shall see how we feel about real campaign objectives later on. Perhaps destroying the land of Kislev and removing the other 3 Chaos Demons factions. And I think that would be fairly decent. That would make a nice long campaign for us, I think. So, looking at the difficulties, we are on hard and hard, and that's how I like it. Double hard is the place to go for me, I think. So, without any further ado, let's get into this. I will let you watch the cinematic. Alrighty then, so we are here right at the start with the usual missions and such to get us started off. Not a problem there. We are going to look at our buildings before anything else. With this being our capital, we are not going to upgrade our military settlement here. It's just going to be a waste of money, because that's only a tier 2 building there. Of course, I don't really think there's much point to getting these Hell Scourges either. We're going to keep this building here for now though, so we get Demonettes and such. Of course, we can recruit anything at all. That would be very nice indeed. What I'm going to go for first though, I think, actually is perhaps a money style building to begin with here, especially since this can go up to rank 5. So this is actually a decent idea to have this in your realm capital, especially with the limited income of this game. So we're going to do that and only that here in our starting assessment, and we are going to fight the starting battle here. So let's speed this up and go straight in. We don't need to seduce any units. It should be a fairly easy victory here, just to make sure we don't lose too many people here against the minor army of the Demons of Khorne here, which would be a lovely, lovely stuff. Oh, I do really like the design for the Slaanesh units, actually. I do like the very nice mobility they get. And of course, we're going to do, I think, to begin with, use Nakari here, our faction leader, the swift boy that he is, to charge on forwards and whip them a little bit. Give them a little bit of slappage there, but don't need to bother too much about deploying our units too smartly here. We're just going to make a very casual battle line here. We're going to put our demonettes. Actually, I'm going to put both of them on one side and go rather flank heavy on these sides here and actually go like that. Going to get our chariots in the back just a little bit here so they can charge in as and when they need in a second. We're going to get Nakari on the front there and we're going to start up like that. Going to let them run, I think, to us just a little bit. So we're going to move our units a tad over, get Nakari on over, let him run. And we're going to get some minor damage on them to start off with the Lash of Slaanesh here. Just to get them whittled down a tiny bit. Of course, this, those of you who do know, when this doesn't actually do a lot of damage, does it? But we can try it, we can try it. Need to get him about there-ish, not a problem, not a problem. Move him up just a little bit. Of course, the armies of Khorne don't really have much of range options. This one particularly doesn't have any range in its army at all. Lovely little whip there. More of a formation breaker than a damage dealer, that particular attack. But not to worry there. I think we are going to charge on up, actually, just because they are not moving. And that's not a problem at all. Let's get that going very quickly there. No need to worry too much. We're going to get our Fiends and our Hellstriders on the flank, just waiting very quickly. And I think what we're going to do is pull our chariots in on the front, run straight through, and that will let our Marauders go in very nicely indeed. We're going to get our Demonettes ready on the flank as well, like that. You're going to see me do this sort of tactic quite a lot. I just find it rather effective. Okay, so let's charge in with our chariots there. And then our Hellstriders and Fiends can deal with the Warhounds over here. Lovely stuff as they deal with the flank. Nakari, of course, can go in and support like that. Lovely stuff. And now that they are back, they can go around for the rear charge. Now that the demons over here are occupied. Lovely stuff. Run straight through there. Excellent. That's how you do it. We're going to pull them straight out again, and don't forget about our demonettes over here, like that. Thank you very much. We're going to give this unit a little bit of whippage once again, like that. Just to make sure we're okay. We're going to pull this unit out actually, just to minimise their casualties there. Should not have taken that many losses already. And Nakari is going to focus on their leader over here. We're going to get our Hellstriders actually to help out over here as well, but it looks like they are diminishing and burning away because we have their morale to 0, and that will help against their leader as well once that has happened. Going to use this particular hex over here on him to reduce his melee defense as well, which will be brilliant stuff for Nakari. Going to keep Nakari on that to keep everyone else in the rear, just watching so we minimise our losses there, and he is disintegrating as well because he's lost his army, and that is a very nice quick early victory there. Like that, and with 81 losses, mostly to our Marauders here. We're not particularly slowed down there, but I will make sure we replenish ourselves before we go into the next battle, I think. I certainly want to recruit some more Demonettes, I think, before we go into any other battles. We can get some very minor replenishment there on the end of this term, but I think I want to go for the Devotees to start with, actually. I think we're going to focus the Devotees as well throughout this game, and that should have given us an agents to work with. Lovely stuff. A Demonette of Shadows. Lovely stuff. Or Loris, I should say, her proper name. Proper title there. And I do really love the Shadows lore book. For that special Penumbral Pendulum, always been a fan of that particular spell. Does a lot of work, even from Warhammer 1 when it was introduced. So, what technology are we going to look for? Probably want to go for growth and such first, to be honest. I hear... Where was it? This one has finally been fixed, so we can go for that one now. Wasn't actually a detriment. We are going to have to unlock these with buildings and such first, though. So, we could get a cooldown to our spells, which would be very nice indeed. But that is... You know, it's the cost of extra winds use, really, if we're going to use that to the fullest effect. Do want to go for this plus 40 relations with Slaanesh factions, actually. And this with the minor cults and such. But oh, they're all very, very tempting, aren't they? I think we're going to go for... growth is okay, but it's only minor growth from 15. We can get that from buildings quite easily. Gonna get reduced construction costs, I think, because that would be very, very nice indeed. Oh, actually, was there one to help us against corn? Yeah, there was. Let's go for that one first. We'll be fighting a lot of corn, and I think that we'll get that. That will help us in time for taking the Blood Mountain over here, which is the plan so far. So we're going to recruit some more demonettes. We're going to check on over our diplomacy with the Exquisite Pain specifically. We could probably get a non-aggression pact if we paid them just a little bit. Let's go for balance off and see what they want. That's quite a lot of money to spend right now, so I'm not going to go for that. Not going to go for that at all. But what can we do with the Norscan factions? We can certainly go for a non-aggression pact and see what they want to balance us out. That's actually very much acceptable. I don't mind paying that right now. Can we get a trade agreement to match that? Not just yet. Okay, so we're going to go for the non-aggression to start with.
Accepted.
But a little bit of a bribe there. Can we balance this out with anything? A very minor payment as well for that. I think that's absolutely fine. I don't mind spending that money at this stage in the game to work on these, and they are absolutely going to like a non-aggression pact and such. That, are they? They're actually going to offer us some money for that. Lovely stuff. Well, that's the bribe paid back from the previous dealing. Lovely stuff. So we're making money from this. We're going to balance this again, and they're going to pay us even more money for a non-aggression and trade agreement. Lovely stuff. I will happily take that. No need to think about min-maxing too much here. Don't like the idea of that. We're going to look at the Kvelik as well, because they are right next to us. We're on our southern borders over here. Can we do anything with them? We are at war with them, so that's not a problem at all. They will be our target after this string, or this province over here, I think, to get rid of them. They will be a major threat. We do have, of course, the main corn faction over here, not too far away at all to deal with. So we're going to go over the end turn. Like that. And we got the mission successful. We're recruiting 2 more units. Not a problem there. Gonna double check over what's the garrison's like over here. I might just get 2 more demonette units just to help us out there. Like that, we should probably go in camp mode. It's going to help our replenishment out just a tad there. We are going to go into battle with some damaged marauders, but that's not a problem at all. The demonettes will be able to pick that up as well. We are getting a reminder that we can upgrade this for a little bit more income, and that is brilliant stuff. Alright then, so on the next turn we are going to look at taking this settlement. It shouldn't be particularly difficult at all, and I want to get there before they start creating a large stack of army in the Blood Mountain as well. This should be absolutely fine. It is a Pyrrhic victory, of course, if we auto-resolve it, but what I'm going to do actually is see if we can seduce a unit of, I think these Chaos Warriors would be very nice. Thank you very much, and that is already a win in our case. Lovely stuff. We are going to fight pretty much every battle we get, because the auto-resolve famously against the player's favour pretty much all the time in this particular iteration of Warhammer, which is rather horrible. Not a problem though. We've got a very, very nice mine assessment battle here though for you, which is lovely stuff. Just going to wait for the loading screen to finish there. Not too long now. Alrighty then, so we're not going to bother with our magic use over there because we only have a couple spells, and that's absolutely fine. Don't even have the best luck with that gamble anyway myself. So what we're going to do is split our forces up a little bit here. We're going to get Nakari over here with, I think, the Chaos Warriors actually, and I think 2 Demonette units would be brilliant. Going to get the Alorus over here. She does start with Melkus Mystify Miasma for less speed and a bit of damage to a unit, which is lovely stuff. So we're going to get her over here. She's going to go with 4 units of Demonettes. We're actually going to keep our Marauders, our damaged Marauders at least, out of this. And the other Marauders can go to the flank over here, like that. And they can be joined by our cavalry as well. That would be lovely stuff. And they can rush on through as they need to in a second. So we're going to start over here and have a quick look at how they have deployed. Should be fairly evenly spread here, but we are going to win mostly using the war beasts over here, the hounds and the furies. So this should actually be a very easy win for us over here. We're going to just group up like that, go straight in. Nakari can rush straight in actually and go for the warhounds. This should be fairly easy as well. Only 1 unit of warhounds over here. I would have actually preferred something a little bit heavier over here, resistance wise, because I don't really want to have to lose too many marauders over here. That's not a problem at all. Does look like we only have 1 unit of bloodletters over here. They don't have the most units to begin with anyway, do they? So what we're going to do, I think, they do have Chaos Warriors over there, not a problem. So we're going to charge these on with our Marauders, and then we're going to just charge straight through with our chariots and stuff, try and get some flanking done with our cavalry there. So let's keep an eye on that. Try not to tunnel vision too much.
And for that you will pay.
Lovely stuff. The Nakari there doing the anime run. Very slowly there. We're going to try and save our magic for when we group up in the middle. We are going to get flanked by these furies and such. It's not a problem at all. Not a problem at all there. We're going to rush up with these demonettes and such. These Chaos Warriors are going to be a tad slower, which is not a problem. We do need to try and start focusing these supply points though, so we don't get pounded by towers all the time, which will be rather nasty. Going to actually try and go in with our chariots to disrupt them to start with. We're going to jump over here and not forget about this. We are going to rush up to, where are we? This supply point here, I think, like that. And then this group can do a massive charge as well. We do have some Chaos Warhounds here. We're going to bring 1 unit of Demonettes over here to support our hero. Do not want to lose that in the first battle we use her at all. That would be rather horrible. I'm sure you'll agree. But we are winning the fight over here with Nakari carrying that rather well. He is taking a bit of damage, so we're going to pull him out of there very quickly, and this group can come straight up and help him out with the Furies. In fact, I'm going to bring Nakari straight up over here so we can get straight on that capture point. We are winning this. We're going to bring our Allurus out just a tad to stop her from taking so much damage. How are we doing over here? We're going to bring our chariots through, bring them right on through and let them get another flank attack or charge onto this. Because we're not being bothered too much by this group over here. They are slowly making their way through. But that should be absolutely fine. We're going to get them onto another flanking charge here. Like that, these units are diminishing though. They are losing their morale. But we are taking some fairly decent losses on our Marauders. That's as to be expected. I am planning on moving them out later on. We're going to charge on with our chariots over here. And our fiends and such can do that as well. Our Marauders over here can go straight on to this supply point, I think, and take that. How are we doing over here? We do need to charge on up the hill. Thank you very much. Lovely stuff. We're winning over here as well. We're just going to bring our units just under here, under the cover, so we don't get hit by that tower, I think. But that should be crumbling in just a second. Brilliant stuff, because we are taking that supply point. Excellent stuff. So we can go straight on up to the centre here now. Like that. How are we doing over here? Lovely stuff. Chariots taking a bit of damage. Not a problem. Let's bring them, pull them through if we can. And take our Hellstriders out because they're taking a little bit too much damage as well. Our Fiends are absolutely doing wonders though. We do have 15 kills and a fair bit of damage numbers there. But we are going to bring our Chariots around again before we lose a model of those, because that would be quite the hit. And we have taken this supply point. So what we're going to do is bring up Nakari and Sko over here, I think. Bit of a mess, bit of a rush, but that's absolutely fine. We're going to bring this group in over as well. They're going to come around. Oh, they're building a barricade there, not a problem. So what they can do is actually come around this side. And it looks like we've won rather handily over here. Just going to take on this particular supply points. We can move our cavalry and such up to the centre. Looks like we only really have their army leader to deal with, the guy over here. Not a problem. It looks like we're being flanked by some hounds over here. We've forgotten to bring these demonettes up. Not a problem. We'll be able to deal with them just fine. So we're going to get Nakari and our fiends on this guy, I think. Because he's losing, though, his morale has been sorted out rather nicely, and he's diminishing, burning down very nicely. We're going to get this spell on him just to help out. Make sure we take no damage pretty much from this guy. And because we're demons, of course, when our morale gets to 0, like this guy's has, we do start taking health damage rather than retreating out, which is what is happening to him now, which is why we're beating him down so hard. And that did take a fair amount of damage on this fight. Certainly, this is what I mean by doing it more casually. Don't need to worry too much about the damage here. It's not going to impact our campaign at all. We're going to be absolutely fine. Don't like to min-max, really. It takes far too long for me. I do get quite impatient with it. But doing okay, We've got a win. That's what matters. That's what absolutely matters at the moment. Under no pressure to rush forwards. We can take this at our own pace here. And there we go, lovely stuff. We've got a lovely little reward of 1,000 gold there. Got some experience as well for our units, which is brilliant stuff. That's a level up or two for Nakari, going to level 4 there. Excellent stuff. And we should get a level up for our Alluros as well. We might actually go for Loot and Occupy here just for the income. We are in the negatives at the moment. That's because of our army size and such. Not a problem, not a problem. So, do have some more missions now then, just to push us forwards a little bit more. We might get this slaves to excess just to get more casualties in battle, and that will help us. We can go for the recruitment costs and such later. We are definitely going to go for this right now.
Gift from my master.
And with this one, we're going to focus on her spells first, because I do want to get to the penumbral pendulum and such as quickly as possible. That is going to be a game changer very soon. This, might want to swap this out for a growth building a bit later. We're going to repair this to start with. This is more of a percentage increase rather than a flat increase. This is more later building, I think, for helping your economy rather than more instantaneous help. Having said that then, I think we're actually going to merge these two units here, help with that, and that will help our income just a little bit more. We're going to keep our units just like that for now. That'll be very nice indeed. But I think that is all we have time for today, ladies and gentlemen. I do realise this is quite the short episode as to what you might be used to in the Total War scene. But I do want to try and keep these episodes sort of short and sharp, get certain objectives done in an episode and then move on. So I think for the next episode we're going to be taking the Fetid Catacombs and the Blood Mountain and take it from there. We can look at our situations as that changes them. So in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave your comments in the section below. Some feedback is always very much appreciated, and it helps me know exactly what you want to see. So, I've been the Edified Gamer, and I hope your nights and days are auspicious. Goodbye.